Good evening, everyone. Today, for autism advocacy, what I would like to discuss is should courts and police departments have special needs advocates? My simple answer is yes. And why? First reason, to help people with special needs and autism understand what police officers and judges look for. And second reason is to help judges and police officers better understand their situations and to further investigate situations with people with autism that they're trying to report any crimes, or if they have a lot of proof to back up or anything like that. So it's very important that everybody is treated equally and fairly when they go before a judge or they have to call the police. And I understand judges have a lot of people they see in one day. Police officers have a lot of calls they deal, sometimes more than others, and it's the same with judges as well. And they don't always have time to further investigate any narcissistic situations or anything like that. So, but the thing about that is, it is all suspects are innocent until proven guilty, and there is a responsibility to both sides. The judges and the police officers dealing with it have a responsibility of listening and understanding and trying to understand, and the victim has a responsibility of proving it. But a lot of times a narcissistic relationship can be very difficult to prove. But it's a very serious situation because they can lie, they can hide who they really are. And say, for example, you have autism, you're a driver, you go to a four-way stop, and you make your complete stop, and it's clear, and you go, and then another driver drives like a maniac, starts speeding through, comes out of nowhere, but he ran the stop sign, but he rear-ended you. Say you have to call the police over there to deal with the accident. The person that has autism that got rear-ended doesn't know how to articulate because of lack of communication or having trouble articulating, lack of inflection. But they know what they want to say, but they have trouble saying it, or they don't understand their questions, or they start stuttering, or they get nervous. But the person who rear-ended is all relaxed, and he's sticking to his story, and he's real calm talking to him. So he knows. And it's the same for a judge. If you get assaulted, it could happen the same way. The person who commits the crime or the person who rear-ends in an accident, they know how to talk to police and judges. They know how to hide who they are. And it makes them, and by them being more relaxed than the other person, it makes it look like they're the victim. And with the person with autism, with the lack of communication, it makes it look like they're guilty, like they did something wrong, but they don't want to talk about it. But that's not always the case. And that's why there needs to be special needs advocates. If they have a lot of documentation, 5 hours worth of documentation, whether it's printed text or audio recordings or video, or an hour, or some of them are hour, 30 minutes videos, 15 minutes, or a lot of printed text message, a big binder full of evidence, and they have to read and listen to understand the situation. That's why they need to have special needs advocates who can do that work for them. So that way everything can be verified, and there can be a lot fair treatment. So that doesn't need to be the issue just because they don't have time to go through all that, because closing the case is not really the answer, because it means they did their job, and the person with autism, they don't even know their rights. You got to make sure they know their rights too. That's another reason for special needs advocates. They got to know what rights they have, because they should have rights to ask for further investigation, and it just has to be a fair case, if you know what I'm saying. But anyways, another reason is they need to understand also what the disability rights they have too. And somebody needs to help them with it, because people with autism, they don't know, they're very sensitive to aggressiveness and touching and all that. So, and that's what I wanted to discuss about bringing special needs advocates to courts and police departments. So, everybody enjoy the rest of your day, and God bless America.